Hi, I'm Rabbi Pupko. Thank you so much for joining me today for the third and final section on the laws of ribbit. Today I'd like to discuss loan and interest that involves a third party. What do I mean by third party? Third party can be many things. It could be, one example is if a person lends money and interest but doesn't ask for the interest back for themselves. For example, I give someone money and I say, pay me back the $100 that I gave you, and give another $20 to Mr. Smith, who's my friend. So technically speaking, I didn't take the interest back, so one can argue that that's not considered interest. Nonetheless, in Jewish law, that is considered interest. So not only is there a prohibition on me taking the interest back for myself, but there's also a prohibition on me asking for the interest to be paid to another person. Even if the interest is paid on my behalf to another person, that is considered prohibited. It sounds like a simple law, but it has greater implications than we think it does. A common thing for people to say is, I'll pay me back the money and give the rest to charity, or give whatever more is left to charity. So that would mean, according to what we said, that if someone does that, it's prohibited. So if I ask for $1,000 back for the $1,000 that I loaned someone, and an extra $200 I say please give to charity, that's prohibited. Since the $200 that are given to charity are given because of the loan that I gave, it's considered as if I received them, and it is prohibited. Another example of third parties that are involved in loans is if I use my friend's credit card, and this is probably the most common issue of ribbis of all, and it goes as follows. Let's say I ask a friend to purchase something on their credit card, or my friend asks me that I use their credit card to make a purchase, and this friend needs to pay interest to the credit card company. So the friend says, listen, you're using my credit card, please pay me back the interest. It's not interest that I'm asking, but it is interest that the credit card company is asking for. So the law is that it's prohibited, because since when I give my friend the money back, I'm giving more than I got. Even if he's going to pay that money to the credit card company, it's prohibited. Since he is the person that's solemnly responsible for the loan from the credit card company is never going to come after me for using his credit card. So therefore, my friend is responsible for the loan, and I cannot give them the extra money that the credit card company is charging. So if I borrow a credit card and make a $1,000 purchase that ends up costing my friend $1,000 and $10, I'm not allowed to reimburse my friend with those $10, and that would be considered borrowing an interest, which is prohibited. What is permitted, however, is if I use a friend's credit card and that friend gets points. Since the points don't come from me, they come from the credit card company, and they don't come on my behalf. So even though, technically speaking, my friend is getting more for his or her loan than they initially had given, still that's okay, and they're allowed to take the points that they get for this loan from the credit card company. Another common situation of ribbit that comes up is when I invite someone for a meal after I've given them a meal. So for example, if I say, come eat with me and eat my food, and then you'll feed me another time, that's something that raises concerns of ribbit, since if they serve me more than I have served them, that's considered ribbit. A situation like that is problematic, and a person should avoid making such statements unless they are 100% sure that the food that they'll be getting in return is much less than what they had given. Another thing that comes up is people, when they're on a trip, say, give me your bag of potato chips and I'll give you back something greater later. That's also prohibited, unless in these situations those two people are very close friends and they would have been hosting and giving food to each other regardless. Thank you so much for listening to this section on the laws of ribbit.